Hey guys, so I'm here today to give my first impressions on some Jeffree Star Cosmetics products. This is my first time ordering from his brand, my first time buying anything by Jeffree Star or sponsored by Jeffree Star. So I bought 4 products from his new Summer Chrome collection, 2 of the, what are these? The lip ammos, 2 lip ammos, and 2 of their matte lipsticks. And then I also bought just a regular Jeffree Star lipstick, not from his summer collection, one that's been out for a long time. I've wanted to buy Jeffree Star for a really long time, but I just never saw anything that I really wanted, or I never had money at the time of a release, but it just all happened to line up this time. And there were a couple colors from this collection I liked, and there are a few more that I wanted, but you know, I don't really work, so I don't have a lot of money. I always have to borrow from my mom. I know, lame. So I just got these 5. There's a lot more in the collection. I don't know if it's sold out, but I'll link everything down below for you guys if you want to buy any of the colors that I have, any of the other colors. Everything is swatched on his website. Like when you go to buy it, it shows a lip swatch, so you can decide if you want it or not. But it's always different when you get it in person. It's always different when you see the photos on Jeffree's website or other bloggers' posts. So I'm just going to show you guys what these look like on me, what I think of them, and my overall first impression of my Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So I'm going to start with the lip ammo. I'll talk about the component. So all of the Jeffree Star lip ammos look like this. It's a little bullet, and it has the JC stars on it. This is different than his usual one because this is from the Chrome collection, so the component is chromey silver, and it's shaped like a bullet. It opens like this, and it rolls up like a regular lipstick. This is the shade Birthday Suit. Still haven't figured out my camera's autofocus, so we'll have to bear with me for that. The next shade is called Skin Tight. This is what it looks like. Both of them are pinky nudes. And then these 3 shades are also in the nudes family. I'll start with Birthday Suit for swatches. Oh my god, this smells so good. It smells exactly like the Farsali Rose Gold. Like, these 2 things smell exactly the same. So it's like a citrusy, kind of lemony scent. It's very fruity, it's light. It definitely reminds me of summer. So what it looks like, it's kind of like a watermelon-y pink. Let's zoom in. On super creamy, it feels like butter. It is absolutely amazing. Fantastic pigmentation. And it's not like super shiny, but it's not matte either. I really like this formula. It's great for everyday wear. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel thick on the lips, which is really nice too. And it's one swipe. So this is what Birthday Suit looks like on. I'm trying to see in my viewfinder if it's got true color. Yeah, okay. So I toggled around with my camera settings trying to get better color. This still isn't perfect, but it's a lot less orange than the last video. And this shows almost true perfect color for the lip. It's a bright pink, but it's not like Barbie doll pink. It's like a watermelon-y, very summery pink. It's almost true to lip color, so it's perfect for fair skin. Probably looks good on darker skin too. It's not too bright and it's not too light. It's a perfect compromise for somebody looking for a neutral that's a little more amped than your typical browns. Okay, so the next shade is Skin Tight. This seems to be a bit lighter of a pink, maybe more on the peachy side. This is what it looks like. So you can see that it's a bit lighter, it's a bit less of a watermelon and more of like a baby pink. And it smells a little less citrusy, but it still does smell citrusy. Let's give this a swatch. So this is what it looks like. On the camera it seems to be a bit lighter than what it is in person, but it is definitely a lot fairer. It kind of reminds me of the 90s. It's like a white, pink, almost frosty color. So if that's your vibe, or you're doing like a 90s theme, whatever, this would actually be really cool. I feel like this would look better on somebody with a bit darker of a skin tone. For me, it's almost too pinky nude. But it has perfect formula just like the other one. They're super creamy. They're a lot nicer than drugstore, but you know me, I really like drugstore lipstick. Drugstore lipstick works just as well, but this seems to have a lot better pigmentation and it goes on a lot smoother. The smell is really great. It's not too strong, but it's really pleasant. This color is definitely more a daytime color than a nighttime look, but I definitely recommend the lip emos. So I only have those two, but I definitely recommend them. So now I am going to start with Butt Naked. This is the liquid matte lipstick. I've never tried any of these from Jeffree Star before, but I own lots of liquid to matte lipsticks. I own a lot of Kat Von D, some Huda, a lot of Lime Crime, so I'll be able to compare those for you guys. This is what it looks like. It has a regular doe foot applicator, very spongy looking, and then a clear base. That's what it looks like next to the two lip emos. This is kind of a peachy pink. The other two were more pinky pink, and this seems to have more orangey peachy undertones. Let's give it a shot. So this seems to have a really thin formula, almost a little liquidy, but it's not bad. It's just a lot thinner than I was expecting, because a lot of times liquid to matte lipsticks are kind of on the thick side, but this seems to be pretty thin. It's light wearing, but when you zoom in and look at my lips, it's sort of settling into the creases a little bit, and it's drying a bit patchy. So maybe these need a second coat. I'll wait for this to dry and see how it goes. So I just put on a second coat. It didn't really help all that much. It's still kind of patchy, still a bit sparse in areas. So this isn't necessarily my favorite, and I don't really like the color on me so much. On my hand, I really love it, and it looks like a color that I would wear 10,000 times a day. But physically, once it's on my face and everything, it feels almost too light. It's kind of salmony, which I don't mind, but I just don't think it's for me. It's okay formula. I've tried better, but I don't not recommend this. It's just not my favorite. Alright, the next shade I'm trying is called Celebrity Skin. This is not from his new collection. This has been out for a really long time. This is my first time ordering Jeffree Star, so I decided to get this color while I was there. This is one of his most popular. This one sells out a lot. I've heard great things about this, and I heard it's universally flattering, so let's see. It's a bit darker than I was expecting it to be. That's what it looks like right there. It's more of a mauve-y kind of brown than what I was expecting. I mean, it does look true to the bottle. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this has an equally thin formula, so I'm guessing that's just the Jeffree Star formula. It's kind of liquidy. It's a lot thinner than what I was expecting. It's not like unusably thin, like with some cheaper products where it's just too liquidy and it doesn't work, but it's just a little too thin for my liking. It leaves it kind of patchy in spots. I don't know if my camera's picking this up, but in a lot of spots, it's a little sheer for a matte lipstick, and this seems to have a really awful smell. I didn't notice it with this one, so let me just smell that real quick. This one has a slight smell, but it's not as bad. But the one with this one is really unpleasant. I don't know how to describe it. It's just really bad when it's up close to your face. The color is okay. I would probably wear this. I don't know. It's just the formula isn't all that great. So far, my preference out of the Jeffree Star purchase is the lip ammo. I prefer matte finish, like with the liquid lipsticks, but I like the formula, the smell, the texture, the wearability, the coverage, everything else a lot more with the lip ammos compared to these. These are still good products, but they're not my favorite formula for lipstick. They're not my favorite pigmentation. They're not my favorite finish. They just leave the lip looking a little too dry for my taste. They don't feel dry. They feel great, but it's just not the best liquid lipstick I've ever used. Alright, so now we're onto the final product. This is the final product I had from the Chrome collection and the final product I had from Jeffree Star. It is called Family Jewels. It's also a matte liquid lipstick, or they call it, I just noticed, velour liquid lipstick. So if I've been calling it wrong, I'm sorry. This seems to be more like a grunge color, and I'm really into those. This is what it looks like, same doe foot. And I've run out of space there, so I'm just going to do it along the bottom. There you go. Seems to be kind of like, oh, my camera just died. I don't know what was recorded, what's not recorded. So I'm just going to do a real quick little overview. I'm going to be swatching Family Jewels. This is what it looks like on my hand. It is a grungy matte. So I love, oh my gosh, my chair broke. Anyway, so I love this color. It's definitely edgy. I love dark reds, anything vampy, something with a black almost undertone. It's getting everywhere though, everywhere. Everywhere. but this dried a lot faster than the other colors. This has a lot better of a formula. It's less thin. Like I noticed with this one, it didn't feel so liquidy when I was applying, and it's not as splotchy, it's not as patchy, which is kind of weird because with dark colors, they're usually more prone to be splotchy, and I wouldn't be mad if this was, because that's what I was expecting, honestly. It's just weird that the lighter shades were splotchier and harder to deal with than this, but I'm not mad. I mean, I'm happy. I love when a dark color works with me. It's super flattering. It's not very summery, so I'm not sure why it's in a summer collection, but that's not my call. I didn't make it. But I am obsessed with this color. I'm going to be wearing it all fall long. I just love it, so that. Love this color. I'm obsessed. New favorite lipstick. But my overall impression of the Jeffree Star is that they're okay. They're not amazing. They do feel really great, though, I have to say. They're not too dry feeling on the lips. Some of them show the cracks in the lips a little bit, but that's probably my fault for having dry lips. And the smell isn't too bad. Like with Kylie, her signature is the aggressive candy scent. These don't have really too much of a smell other than the one that I pointed out, Celebrity Skin, that had like a really bad smell. The lip ammos smelled really great. They were citrusy, kind of lemony, fruity. I loved those ones. Those overall are my favorite pick from Jeffree Star. The two colors I got weren't my favorite, but that's nothing against him. So I would definitely consider buying some of those again. And I'll probably give his liquid lipsticks another shot because they weren't terrible. They're not my favorite, but maybe just liquid is his formula. But this one worked really great, so maybe I'll buy more darker colors from him as opposed to lighter shades. I would definitely buy the lip ammos again. Jeffree Star products, I guess I approve. Yeah, I like them. They're not the greatest, but they're not bad at all. So thanks for watching.